Okay, so here we are in a 1% window of peak brightness on the Hisense H8G or H8H. So at a 1% window of peak brightness, we are at 1040, 1050. So over 1,000 nits on a 1% window of peak brightness. Now we're going to go back into the Spears and Munsell UHD benchmarking disk, what we use for our testing here to get our windows and our ramps and all that fun stuff. We're in a 2% window now. 1319 was the peak. Now 1316, 1315. So it holds the 1300s pretty well. It is gradually falling, like we see with these tests. Most windows of peak brightness don't stay up very long. So this is within scope. Okay. Now we're going to go into our 5% window of peak brightness, where we see 1574 nits. So Hisense is over-delivering what they promised. They said they were 1500 nits. You get 1574 and SDR. This is important because this is not HDR. Usually in HDR, highlights are more exaggerated and you get more. So this is a good indication on what you can expect out of this television. So again, we're seeing it here. It's holding the 1500s pretty well. Okay then. So now let's make our way into the 10% window of peak brightness. 1700 and oh my god, that's crazy. 1774. That's ridiculous. I haven't seen numbers like that in a very long time. That was really impressive. So yeah, this is an incredibly bright TV. It's a light cannon, as you can tell. I knew it was really bright, but to see that was just incredible. And I love doing these open door real world tests because you can see, like, in real time you can't fake these numbers. And over 1700 nits of peak brightness is just incredible. So yeah, and SDR, this thing is a light cannon. An absolute monster. And of course, it will gradually fall off with time. But when you're watching movies in real content and those highlights blast in, the initial blast is going to be incredible. So you're not going to have to worry about it falling off immediately the second the highlight comes on, because it's going to come in at that 1700 nits on a 10% window. All right, then. Let us look at a 25% window. On a 25% window, we're 2,032 nits. Holy shit. This thing is incredible. And as I look at it now, it's like literally lighting up the entire room. The entire area is lit up. It's like a light in the room. So I totally have no problem believing this is an over 2,000 nit television. They promised 1,500 and it's over 2,000 nits bright. This is incredible stuff. I mean, nobody's delivering like this in 2022. Ironically, that was the number of the reading on the screen, but yeah, not a bad showing at all so far. Okay, so that really has me excited. That was the 25% window. Let's check the 50% window. 50% is at over 1,400 nits. This thing is a monster. You really can't make this stuff up. I mean, this is just incredible to see. What a light cannon is all I can say about this. I'm blown away. I really am. Like, I don't usually see these numbers on budget TVs, but this is so cool. I'm kind of geeking a little bit to see just how bright it could get. And SDR, of course, no HDR needed. Okay, so that was a 50% window. Now we're going to go to a 75% window. Still over 1,000 nits of peak brightness, which is, again, incredible, which kind of has me excited for the 100% window of peak brightness. So we see what the peaks are. So when full screen brightness comes in, more or less, so far you're not going to be having any problems. But let's go ahead and put up the official full screen brightness, 100% white, and see how it performs. At 100%, you're looking at 910, so under 1,000 nits, but still pretty damn good for full screen brightness, when typically that falls off to about 500 nits or so. So again, to be very clear, I am maxing out the brightness or the backlight of this display to see the absolute peak that this television is capable of for people who want to do that, which is why this is called a peak brightness test. These are not calibrated measurements. Those results will obviously go down after calibration. So that is a fair distinction that I did want to make when we're talking about what you're seeing on this test versus some other tests that may be done post-calibration. So do bear that in mind. But the fact that this TV is capable of this is something I did want to share with you guys, and I think it's pretty freaking sweet. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I want to thank you guys so much for watching the #1 brand in honesty, and until the next video, I'll see you guys later.